As we head outside, it is going to be a beautiful afternoon, barring any thunderstorm development to the west of us. Maybe a few isolated thunderstorms that could develop. Some could be severe because we have a risk for severe weather that way. But the bulk of it, most of what you're going to see that's severe is going to be to the north of us. I'm going to show you a couple of graphics. First of all, nothing out there right now for us. North Texas Panhandle, right on the edge of a few showers that are developing out there in the panhandle of Oklahoma and northeastern New Mexico, also into, that's pretty crazy. You see Denver there just over the mountain ranges to the east, Colorado Springs, and out east into Kansas, northeastern Kansas and southeastern Nebraska and Missouri. Thunderstorms, severe. In fact, we're picking up some thunderstorm warnings out of that, but nothing here yet. Give it some time. It's very likely that it will change. Here's what the Storm Prediction Center says is an area of likelihood for severe weather. In yellow, everything in yellow is a slight risk, and I'll tell you that line goes all the way up to Maine. Then in the red coloration, it's a moderate risk. That does include the southern half of Missouri, pretty much the southern half. And then there's a pink coloration. That is a high risk. That is where the Storm Prediction Center says very certain that something's going to develop in that area. Nothing is developed yet, but that does just cross the edge of Joplin, Missouri. It's tough to say this, but yes, they could have severe weather again today. I can't imagine having tornadoes go over areas where tornadoes have already churned up everything there, but they're watching carefully. We are too. You can keep up at KXAN.com. All right, with that in mind, let's see what's happening for today. Temperatures have been one thing. The humidity is another. Right now, 88 degrees, humidity at 54%, winds out of the southeast at 6 miles per hour, dew point 69, pressure 29.73 and falling. Temperatures right now, well, actually at the top of the hour, we had a lot of upper 80s and we had 190. 90 in San Marcos, now 90 in Llano, 90 in Lakeway. Upper 80s like 88 here in Austin, both sites, 88 in Georgetown. We go east, you've got a 90 in LaGrange, 86s for Giddings, Bastrop, and Rockdale, 82 in Mason and San Saba. We were thinking that there's a possibility for temperatures to, or rather thunderstorms to pop up out here. We've had a little bit of cloud cover out here, but that too is thinned out, so we're going to wait and see what happens this afternoon. The big picture, this storm system keeps kicking out waves of showers. Of course, with the atmosphere, you can see them rolling through, and even the way that they look, it just looks like they're churning through the earth. You've got another one kicking out right now. This is, of course, something that's a little bit north of us, so we're seeing most of the weather to the north of us, and that's why we have that risk for severe weather up towards Oklahoma. But we could still see some development out to the west of us and into the afternoon hours. Slight risk right there in yellow. Of course, Austin right here with the star. It's a little bit west of us. Keep in mind that today and tomorrow we have a risk for severe weather, and then it's quieter into the weekend, even though it still will be pretty hot. Cloud cover, that's the cloud cover that we have out to the west. I told you we had temperatures that were in the low 80s there. The forecast models have a possibility for a few little dots of green showing up at noon. We don't have it yet, but look for this afternoon for the possibility for thunderstorms. Any place that we do have them, we only have a 20% chance, but they're few and far between. But wherever they do occur, they could likely fire up into severe weather. Remember what happened last Saturday? Could you imagine if the weather that we had there, 3-inch hail, if that had been over the Austin area, would have been a totally different situation. All right, could happen again tomorrow, and then after that, it is a lot more quiet into the weekend. 95 for the high today, winds out of the south at 10 to 20, 75 for the low tonight. 7-day forecast has that possibility for rain again. 20% chance, don't let it fool you. That's not a sprinkle. That's an isolated thunderstorm. And again, wherever they occur, they could be severe. That for tomorrow as well. And then Thursday, high of 90. We'll still be in the low 90s into the weekend. Lows in the lower 70s. It is rain-free, but it is also very likely not going to be anything that has severe weather in it either.